Okay, today we're going to talk about the double angle. This is 7.3. And we're going to talk about the double angle and power reducing formulas. Okay, you guys should have these formulas in front of you. So all we are going to do with these, we are not going to do proofs with these, okay? All we are going to do is find information. So, for example, I'm going to go through one of each of the types of the double angle ones and one of each of the power reducing ones, so you guys know how to do them. So, for example, let's say they say sine of x equals negative 3/5. Okay, they're going to give you this information, and then let's say they say find sine of 2x, cosine of 2x, and tangent of 2x. And then they'll give you a quadrant, like they'll say this, find this, and they'll tell you that x is in quadrant, and we'll say x is in quadrant 3. So I'm going to leave a little space because there's some work that I have to do, but I'm going to write out these formulas for you, okay? So the first formula is sine 2x equals 2 sine x cosine x, and then cosine 2x, and there's more than one for cosine 2x, but I will just use the first one, cosine squared x minus sine squared x. And then tangent 2x equals 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan squared x. So these are the formulas that are on the sheet. So if you look down here, we have sine of x. We're going to need cosine and tangent of x. So what I'm going to do is find that here and then plug all those numbers in. So first of all, it says quadrant 3, and in quadrant 3, what's positive? Tangent. So I'm going to have cosine of x equals something and tangent of x equals something, and tangent's going to be positive, cosine's going to be negative, so I put a negative with cosine. Now I'm going to use a triangle, and x stands for the angle, okay, and I'm going to write the triangle out. I'm going to write out the values of the triangle. So sine of x is opposite over what? Opposite over? Hypotenuse. So opposite this is 3. Opposite this side is, or hypotenuse is 5. How do we find the missing side? Good, the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So, and you're right, it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle, but let's say we didn't know that, we'll go through the motion. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that's going to tell us that 9 plus b squared equals 25. And that tells us b squared equals 25 minus 9, which is what? 16. So what is b? 4. Good. So b is 4. So now looking at this triangle, we're going to say, okay, cosine is what over what? Good, adjacent over hypotenuse, because remember we're using SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA. So we use sine. So adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent to this is what? 4. And hypotenuse is?
3.
Hypotenuse is alongside, 5. Okay, and TOA is opposite over adjacent. So opposite is 3 and adjacent is 4.